And when I went out, I started now doing more research on what the requirements were, and I realized I needed to have saved 5 million for me to just basically start the business, because the machinery was at about 2 million, or if you get a really small one, it was about 1.5 million. Putting up a structure, putting out the whole layout and the equipment that are required to be in a factory, personnel, was quite pricey. So what I decided to do was step back to see if I could go back to employment. I almost gave up on that, so on my dream for just a short time. I thought of now going back to work. I started applying for jobs, going for interviews, and it was during that time when I was just about to be, when one job had been confirmed, and that I met someone. I met a friend of mine on the Standard Street of Nairobi, who, while I was engaging, another friend of hers came, and she was carrying flowers, and I asked her where she did the flowers from. And she told me from Meru, and she told me there is a facility here in Nairobi that offers the same kind of skills if you require. She told me about Kirdi. So for me, that was the light moment. That was the turning point of my life, of my entrepreneurial journey in the agribusiness sector. So I went into Kirdi. I was really excited and I couldn't sleep that day. I went to Kirdi, got enough information on the requirements, and I was told to write a letter to the CEO. And I knew the letter would take too long. I had been warned on that, and I said I was anxious to start. So I pushed them if I could start while the CEO was confirming my letter. And that's what we did. I went into training, and from training, I got to learn different things about the technology, the nutritional benefits, the value, the shelf life, which is 1 year for the mangoes, the pineapples, the bananas, the crepes. The crepes is about 6 months, 6 to 8 months shelf life. And then from there, I got KEBS. KEBS came in and did a test on my products, and I got certified after about 2-3 months. And thereafter, I went into the intellectual property. To just patent my brand name, which is Azavi. Azavi is a combination of my 2 sons' names, Azaria and Avikai. So Azaria meaning God is here, and Avikai meaning guarded by God. So I believe my business is guarded and protected by God, and it's in everything that I do. When I look at quality, how I package, how I brand, how I treat my employees, how I engage the smallholder farmers that supply me with the farm produce, that is what dictates how my principles in the whole journey. So from there, I went into product development, and with time, I've been developing my products into better products, and working closely also with the smallholder farmers, and also realizing that on my own, I can't be able to do it. So what I have done is also empowered the farmers, and we have trained them on how to do value addition themselves, so that also when it's off season, instead of them waiting another almost 1 year, they can still make money. They can commercialize their value added products. So in partnership with Jomo Kenyatta University, they went through a training at the university, and they were trained how to do juices with the pulp of mangoes, pineapples. They were taught how to do jam. They were taught how to do tomato sauce. So they're fully empowered on how to go about it. They were given a course on branding and the kind of packaging that you require for you to be able to package the products in a safe way. Then from there, the journey has been smooth. I moved from being the only employee to now having 5 employees, 3 in production, 1 in sales, and an outsourced accountant. I also work closely with an advisory that have different experts, and I'm really grateful to Kenya Association of Manufacturers that has supported me in giving me coaches and mentors who are experts in the field, and others experts in the business management area, and who have walked the journey with me. I've also been privileged to be mentored by Flora Mtahi, the CEO and founder of Melvin Teas, and that's one advice I would tell anyone. Working with a mentor really does help in making your work easier.